Okay, I'm making this recording to demonstrate a problem I've been having with my 2-week-old Samsung Series 9. It is the latest generation that uses the Core i5-3317U processor, so-called Ivy Bridge. And laptop's been great, although I have noticed a problem almost immediately. Initially I was using an external mouse, but then I started using the touchpad on occasion and I thought it was acting a little funny. And read a little bit online, found a lot of other people were having different problems with the touchpad, some regarding sensitivity, so on and so forth, but mine seems to be fairly unique. At least I haven't seen anybody describe this particular problem. So as you can see, this is a Series 9. It's actually an excellent piece of hardware. Love it, except for what I'm about to show you. As you can see, there's no sign of physical damage on it. It's essentially 2 weeks old. It's not been dropped. It's not, there's no water damage or anything like that. So anyway, this might be a little hard to pick up, but here's the trackpad. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go left to right like this at a constant speed. And if you watch on the screen what it's doing, as I go left to right, maybe I should turn the window. This might be a little distracting. But if you watch what's happening, it's as I hit the middle of the trackpad, it's slowing down and it's actually clicking. I'll do it at a constant speed, just left and right. If you notice what it's doing is it's trying to simulate me pressing down on it even though I'm not doing anything of the sort. Now, I found a better way to demonstrate this actually is if I pull up good old-fashioned paint. Okay, this might be a little easier to see. If I sit here and I pick a fairly large brush size, and make it something sizable. Okay, and again, I'm going to do the same thing going left to right at a constant speed, like this, without pressing or lifting my finger. See what it's doing? As I hit the middle of the trackpad, it's pressing down and releasing the mouse button as if I was clicking, but I'm really not. Alright? Again, let me turn the camera sideways so you can see both the trackpad and the result. So as I'm trying to scroll across the screen, the typical behavior is you pull up a website, and I need to connect to one very quickly. Okay, so I need to make sure I'm on the internet here. We're going to go and try to see what it's doing there. It's clicking on Windows. And I'll just go to a website like Yahoo. And as Yahoo comes up, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, scroll left to right like I'm just browsing around the screen, and you'll see what happens is it starts clicking on things for me, even though I'm not clicking on them. Alright, if I look at text, it starts highlighting text, even though, again, I'm not clicking on anything. Right. Again, I'm just swiping left to right and see how it's picking up text as if I were actually tapping the button, and I'm not. Now, some may ask, have you changed drivers? Have you reset the drivers? Have you uninstalled them? I've done all the above. I've actually reinstalled the operating system a few times. Some have suggested it has something to do with whether or not the laptop is plugged in or not. I have found that doesn't make any difference, at least in my case. So, as another piece of interesting information, I actually have another one that has been unopened that's actually for a customer of mine. So that's my box. Here's the brand new one. This one has not been opened, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. Again, it is the same exact model, NP900X3C-A01US. And ditto. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this guy up. Now Newegg has already authorized an RMA to replace mine. So I just wanted to make sure I have evidence of my problem before I send it back. And of course I'm curious to know if this other one has the same problem. So it's actually a very nice box it comes in. Samsung Notebook Series 9. And there she is. This one is brand new. Has a little plastic cover on it. Got our charging cord on the side. Software bundle. Power supply. LAN dongle. Okay. No battery to install because it's already in it. Again, I'm going to leave the plastic shield on it. Well, it would appear that the battery is not charged out of the box, so let's go ahead and plug this thing in. Okay, here's a little power plug. Goes in a nice itty bitty slot on the left. We get a little charging light. And we'll go ahead and power this thing up. Here she comes. So again, there's mine with my touchpad problem. Here's the beginning one going through the out-of-box configuration. Ooh, that's bright. It's asking me to pick a language. And again, I can already tell you, if you notice I'm going left to right here, I'll do it down in the blue section here. Okay? Do not have the same problem. This one seems to be good. Okay? Actually, there seems to be a little plastic cover over the touchpad, which I will go ahead and remove, just to make sure I'm not crazy. Okay? Yes. Seems to be working just fine. Okay. Again, if I do the same thing on mine with a dark background, well, I don't actually have a dark background right now, but again, I'm just going left to right, and it thinks I'm tapping. And I'm totally not tapping. Alright. So, go ahead and let this finish configuring. And again, just moving around the screen. Seems to be working just fine. Okay, as a continuation of my touchpad situation, one more thing I wanted to show you is I just did a completely clean reinstall of Windows 7 64-bit. It is bone stock. I haven't even loaded a single driver. I did notice something I've never tried before, was that it seems there is a dead spot. More about that dead spot in the middle is there seems to be a vertical dead spot right in the middle of the touchpad. If I try to show you what I mean over here. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go vertically along one side. Okay. Over on, let's say, the right side of the touchpad, up and down like that, and you'll see that that actually works just fine. Okay, but now I'm going to do the same thing right in the dead center of the touchpad, and it's literally doing nothing, or very little, I should say, unless I come off center. In other words, there seems to be a dead vertical strip right in the middle of the touchpad. See if I can catch that again. Where is it? Right there. See how it's barely moving if I catch it in the right spot? Like that. Right now I'm going up and down on the touchpad and it's barely moving. Now if I come off center to the right, works fine. Go off to the left, works fine. So it definitely seems to be something physical on the touchpad itself. Don't know what it is, but it's going back, and hopefully the replacement will not have the same issue.